And we're live. Alright, so this is a bit unexpected, but I'm gonna do my trailer editing stream now. Wow, I'm looking at the thumbnail, it sucks. I tried taking a picture of my iPad and my hand got in the way. That's fun. And someone's in the chat already. Sup everyone. Doing good. You're literally, don't know who else you'd be talking to, you're literally the only person here. Just putting the link out. I hate the thumbnail, like, so much. I wish I could change it, but I can't. It says I can, but it just goes back to the way it was. So it's like, you want to change it? Yes? Screw you. Alright, the link is out. Seeing if anyone else is in the chat. UTF is in the chat. Hi, man. I am streaming right now. I'm gonna be working on the trailer for Shredder vs. Silver Samurai. Alright, the link is in Discord and in the DB Wiki. So let's get to editing. Now, one problem I'm gonna have putting this together is I have no clue what music to use for this one. I can find as many clips as I want, but finding the music is gonna be hard. We'll worry about that. Well, you know what? We'll worry about that in a second. First, let's just find clips. And hey, you guys in the chat, if you can, if you know any good music I could use for editing this together, for a trailer, let me know. Could. Which one specifically, though? I have the one from 2012 in my mind, but... I don't think that would fit for a matchup like Shredder versus Silver Samurai. I'm trying to find a theme for... I'm trying to find one theme that could fit the both of them. That could fit for like an entire video. That's my style. Like, I'm finding clips out the wazoo. At least for Shredder. I haven't started with Silver Samurai. I haven't looked for Silver Samurai clips. But, this is probably the easiest time I've had finding clips for someone. You know, UTF, this is the first time you've ever joined in on my streams. It's strange. Speaking of people entering my streams, I wonder if Z-Dog's online, because if he is, then he can lighten up the joint. Seriously, it's like without him, it's like my streams just get really boring. So in case you guys are new to the stream, obviously UTF is. So, what's gonna happen is, because of limited technology, I will not be able to show you guys what I'm working on. Sorry, but, we can have like a conversation or whatever, on just stuff, preferably related to what I'm working on, but if it's not, whatever. Tricky Reborn Studios, welcome to the stream. Anyways, so while the trailer is exporting and uploading and being worked on, while that's going on, when the trailer's done but it's not on YouTube, we'll just have a quick chat. Like, we'll be conversationalists, kind of. And then once the trailer is put up on YouTube and it's all ready to be watchable, that's where the stream's gonna end. Call me Knuckles, what's happening in the forum? I'm gonna pretend to know what you're talking about, but then again, I guess that happens all the time, doesn't it? Alright. I'm trying to think. Let's look at the clips I have for Shredder. So happens I have and find other media to use. I'm not going to use comic books because I'm just going to be using pictures. That'd be kind of lame. So we have TMNT 2003. We have Zero vs. the Shredder from the first movie back from like in the 90s. We have his fight with Splinter in the 2012 show, which by the way is amazing. Please go watch it. It's great. And yes, we even have his final match against the Turtles in the Michael Bay movie, which isn't actually a Michael Bay movie, but whatever. That's a conversation for another day. Don't want to go into it. All right, what was your question? Who do you think is going to win, Shredder or Silver Samurai? I say Silver Samurai. Normally I would try to I would say you're gonna have to wait for the podcast that we do. But because I haven't researched it yet, I'll kind of give out my initial thoughts. Okay, I want Shredder to win. If I research it and Silver Samurai turns out way cooler than I thought, then I'll root for him. I just hit my iPad. But as of right now, I want Shredder to win. That being said, I kind of think, I think Silver Samurai wins because for one, he's on par with Wolverine, and we've pretty much established at this point that Wolverine craps on Shredder. He just does. Not just because of the whole I have an adamantium skeleton and a healing factor, you can't kill me. But it's also because it's also just a complete stat stomp in Wolverine's favor. And Silver Samurai's on par with him, so that's a stat stomp in Silver Samurai's favor. But even if it wasn't, he has if I remember correctly, he has a tachyon device or whatever that like strengthens his blade. I don't remember, but it's able to cut through anything but adamantium. So I can imagine him activating that and just one-shotting Shredder. So as of right now, I think Silver Samurai wins, but I'll have to look into it. I hope to do it before we record the podcast, but if I don't, then oh well. Alright, let's see if I can find at least one more clip from another media for Shredder. I have the 2012 cartoon, I have the 2003 cartoon, I have the 1990 movie, and I have the 2014 movie. What else is there? I'm not going to include clips for Super Shredder because I'm honestly not sure they're going to include it. I forgot about that. That was like a 1990s show, right? I'm also not gonna use an official thumbnail like I did with the last few trailers I made, because on one hand I kind of want to separate my trailer from the actual episode because most of the time they have the same thumbnail and it's kind of annoying. But also, they have two separate thumbnails for it, and it's annoying. I don't know which one to use if I was to use an official one. Also, they're both not that great. I kind of don't want to use them. It was 1987, never mind. One thing that does work in... No, he really doesn't. The one that you used was good. It just... the Screw Attack one's problem... The one on the Screw Attack's Twitter's problem is Shredder. Even though that render does look cool, it just doesn't match with Silver Samurai. And I kind of would have flipped it. I would have flipped Silver Samurai's picture to kind of make it like... Because Shredder's facing one way. Silver Samurai's facing the same way. I would have had it so he's facing the other way. Kind of like what they did with Balrog vs. TJ combo. Balrog was kind of facing this way. TJ was facing this way. So yeah. Anyways. Ben's thumbnail's problem is the background. The background looks kind of ugly in my opinion. Use the MVC2 pick. Maybe. Yeah, and they had the S4 background. Yeah, there you go. What could work? What will work is if they take the pictures from Ben's thumbnail, but instead of the brown, ugly background, they put in the season 4 background. That will work. That would work. Alright, I've had enough of searching for Shredder videos. Let's move on to Silver Samurai. And then we can figure out music. Alright, if I'm going to be using the 2014 Ninja Turtles movie, then I have to include the Wolverine. Mega Man X and Purple Heart from Hyperdimension Neptune. I have no idea. I have never heard of I have already forgotten what it is. Hyperdimension Neptunia. Never heard of it. So I'm gonna blindly, biasly say Mega Man X. There you go. Yeah, and then there's the 90s X-Men show. There's an X-Men game? I did not know that. Hopefully I'll be more motivated to do this one than the last one. Okay then. Yeah, last stream I was tired. It was like 10 o'clock at night or whatever, and I just didn't want to do it. X-Men Wolverine. Yeah, I know about that one, but there's like a legit just a normal X-Men game. Like not just Wolverine, but just the entire X-Men. X-Men the official game. That's what it's called. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Oh, speaking of NPC 2, can use that. Forgot about that. There's not a lot of Silver Samurai clips out there that I can use. It's just the Wolverine, the 90s show, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I guess an X-Men game I was not aware of. Yeah, not a lot of Silver Samurai clips. I have MVC2 on my iPad here, but I don't have Silver Samurai. Alright, I think I have enough. I would have preferred to find one more for Silver Samurai, but whatever. I can work it out. Yeah, the 90s show. Yeah, I have one. I have a clip from that already. Chances of Silver Samurai being in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Go. Play that game. I have the story demo to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It's actually pretty fun. Like it's honestly like a guilty pleasure of mine. I actually don't mind Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Like yeah, some of the models look kind of bad, and I want Asura in the game, please, Capcom. Like literally my only two like I didn't have a lot of requests for characters in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, so the roster doesn't really bother me that much. But the characters I was asking for there were 2 on Marvel side and 2 on Capcom side. On Marvel side, it was I think it was Hulk and Hawkeye, because I felt Hawkeye needed some more time in the spotlight, because not a lot of people really care for Hawkeye, which is kind of disheartening. And on Capcom side, it was Dante, and because Dante is freaking amazing, and Asura from Asura's Wrath. So I have that. So 3 out of 4 really isn't bad. I want Asura, doggone it. Oh well. Oh yeah, and we have a new DBX coming out in about an hour and a half, so that'll be fun. I'm not going to see it because I'm not a first member, although I probably could ask someone to stream it for me. Yeah, that should be fun. I can't type today. I had the hiccups apparently. It's the on-camera curse. If you're on camera and something could go wrong, it probably is going to. Oh well. Alright, now it's just time to think of music to use. Astro vs. Broly. All I have to say about that is poor Broly. And I would say that I feel bad for him, but I don't because I don't like Broly. I really don't. Then again, let's be real. Who does? Not a lot of people like Broly anymore. Or if they even did. But Asura just absolutely craps on Broly. He's like Galaxy level last I checked. My dad's going somewhere, apparently. I can hear it. Gosh, this Silver Samurai sprites look great. If Base from Mega Man was ever to come back from Earth, who should he fight? If you ask me, you should fight 17 from DBZ. But I'm gonna go with the cop out and say Metal Sonic, I guess. If I had that shredder render that Ben used for his thumbnail, I could probably remake that thumbnail but use the S4 background. I asked for it like last night or whatever on the DB Wiki, and no one responded for it. Now I'm tired. Great. Again, if anything could go wrong, it will. Let's see. I want to go with something like that would fit, like in terms of the soundtrack. I want to go with something that would fit for the matchup of Shredder versus Silver Samurai. It doesn't have to be like anything from TMNT or Marvel, but because I used Hot Wind Blowing for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance for Ace versus Natsu. Let's see. I used Nate's theme from Uncharted 3 for Nate vs. Lara. I used Shovel Knight Arranged sound. I used Strike the Earth from Shovel Knight Arranged for Scrooge vs. Shovel Knight. I used Spider-Man's theme from MVC3 for Venom vs. Bane. I don't know why, I just did. I used the Power Rangers theme for Megazord vs. Voltron. Used Hot Wind Blowing for Ace vs. Natsu. I used the main theme from Killer Instinct for Glacius vs. Sub-Zero. I don't remember what I used for 18 vs. Captain Marvel. The video said it was like a fan-made theme, like a fan-made MVC3 theme for Captain Marvel, but it wasn't. It was something else. I used Zero's theme from MVC3 for Zero vs. Metal Sonic. I used a remix of the Red theme from and what was that? Try searching for Jay Vincent and Jago soundtrack. Oh, okay. Let's look that up. I love Ninjago, so that would be cool. If a Ninjago character gets into death metal by some sorcery, I'll probably use the main Ninjago theme for that because it's amazing. It's 3 minutes long. I could probably cut it down. Let's see. I don't think this is it. This is an advertisement. Alright. I remember this theme. Oh, this is great. trying to find a part that would fit, though. This could work. What was the theme that was used for the reveal trailer? Like the one that ScrewTech used. I know someone put it in a. I know someone put it in the DB Wiki. They used TMNT music for their reveal, right? I remember watching a reaction video, and the music just kicked on, and he was like, "Oh, it's Shredder." The only thing I'm wondering, like, I know this fight's gonna be animated by Jets, and that's amazing. Jets is great. But I do wonder if this fight will have voice acting. It might. It wouldn't be like. Like, I won't, like, be super disappointed that there isn't, but. There you are. Alright. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not a big deal if they don't use if they don't have voice actors. But it is preferred. Okay, yeah, it is TMNT music. Shredder's Suite. It's almost 4.5 minutes long. Okay. Nope, not doing that. Not doing that. You guys like Tony in the background there? Not a lot of you people come to my channel. Yeah, I make a recurring joke whenever I'm watching like DBX or something. I would ask Tony if he wants like some Blue Apron or whatever. Because good grief, the Blue Apron ads. I get that they're super helpful and everything, but oh gosh. We get it, you're sponsored by Blue Apron. I did like how they made a joke about it in Bar vs. TJ Combo though. That was funny. I didn't notice it at first, but I noticed the flags in the background, but that's because I saw the ring that they fought in on Twitter before the fight came out. Yeah, the Ninjago theme will have to do. Congratulations, UTF, you get your wish. I do hope I can find some way to cut it down, though. Speaking of Ninjago, I am not looking forward to the movie. Oh yeah, I'm also working. I still have Flash vs. Sonic to do. Oh gosh. Okay. Like, I loved the show. The show was phenomenal. I don't know if the show's still going or not. I haven't caught up with it in a while. But oh gosh, that movie looks so dumb. Like, I get that it's for a more younger. I loved the Lego Movie. The Lego Movie was freaking great. Haven't seen Lego Batman because I don't want to. But it's just the way they're going with the Ninjago movie. As a huge fan of the show, I'm not a fan. Treating everyone like they're freaking idiots. When between Mephiles the Dark or Zamasu from DB Super. I would want Mephiles to win because I don't like DB Super. But I would say him. Zamasu, Goku Black, whatever. My only problem with the, like, one of my bigger problems with the old 1990 movie for the Ninja Turtles is that it's really hard for me to determine, like, unless they have their weapons out, it's really hard for me to figure out, to kind of tell the difference between Leo and Donnie, and then to figure out the difference between Raph and Mikey, because they have similar headbands. It's annoying. But then they pull out their weapons, and I was like, oh, okay, I know who they are. Or the lighting gets better. Because sometimes the lighting will be really dark, and it'll make Leo's headband look purple. So I was like, oh, hey, look at Donnie go. But then it's Leo. I was like, oh, well, okay. Not a lot of great clips come from the 1990 movie. Oh well. Oops. Hi, Vertez GMB. Wow, people are really getting into the stream now. Yay! Alright, this Marvel vs. Capcom video is just a bunch of combos, which was fine, but No one, he shouldn't come back. No, screw Hydro. That's great. Just one shots to both of them. So there's a clip in the 2003 cartoon for Ninja Turtles where Shredder is about to clash with Leo and Raph. All three just jump up, and Shredder just like kicks them both, and they're both knocked out. The problem with finding an opponent for Little Mac is that all the ones he's been thrown up against are complete and total stomps in his favor. There's Rocky Balboa, there's Balrog, there's TJ, there's Ippo, there's Hitmonchan, there's Dudley, Little Mac beats all of them. So I guess it really boils down to, do you want the more it's not a huge stomp, but it's yeah, but so basically what it boils down to is, do you want the more thematic fight, or do you want the more fair fight? If you want the more thematic fight, I would probably say Little Mac versus Rocky. But if you want the more fair fight, probably Hitmonchan. And even then, I'm not so sure. So yeah, most people want the more fitting fight, so I would probably say Little Mac versus Rocky. It's just the competition that Little Mac has gone up against is just way too much for Rocky. I guess that's true, but Little Mac is also insanely like stat wise. Like stat-wise, Little Mac is ridiculous. He fought Don Flamenco, who punched a bull into the sky. He fought Mr. Sandman, who leveled a building. He beat the crap out of Mike Tyson. I'm not gonna say he beat Donkey Kong, because it's never canonically said that he ever fought Donkey Kong. I'm not saying he did level it in one punch, but he punched it. Like he was punching it, and the building went down. It's like it's wall level with one punch, but just in general, like that's still building level. It's just building level at its absolute peak. It's not like you can say that. Like he punched it and like, he punched it once, but because the building didn't go down, he's not building level. The building went down while he was punching it, so I don't see the problem with calling him building level. Wait, he can teleport? Silver Samurai can teleport? Pathetic. I don't know about the cheetah thing, but I'm pretty sure Little Mac has created after punches as well. Besides, there's the KO punch, and there's Giga Mac if we're including that. We probably would, but don't know. Wow, the voice acting in the 90s. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my god. Oh man. It's so bad. Hey, if anyone in the chat knows a lot about Silver Samurai, can they tell me if he actually can teleport, or is that a 90s cartoon thing? And Shredder can make copies of himself? Excuse me? It's not. Oh, okay, never mind. What about Shredder? He apparently made copies of himself or whatever. I don't watch these cartoons. Okay, so Shredder's mask reminds me of a really poorly drawn Optimus Prime from the 90s and 80s show. I'll show you what I'm talking. You'll know what I'm talking about when the trailer's put up. I'm including that bit in the trailer. Okay, no, I'm not. Probably some cartoon MacGuffin or whatever. Oh boy. Not doing it. Okay, that's actually an interesting question. Because when before Shredder was announced, before this fight was announced, I had always considered, okay, so Shredder is pretty overdue at this point, as is Ninja Turtles as a whole, because we haven't had one since Leo vs. Zitz, and that was back in season 1. So I was like, okay, so there's only 2 more Ninja Turtles characters that would actually fit for a death battle, and they are Shredder and Splinter. So Splinter we'll figure out later, but Shredder, let's focus on Shredder because Shredder's freaking amazing. I always thought in my head, what about Ra's al Ghul? That could be cool. I saw that suggested before. I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's an awesome idea. Yes, UTF, you have the greatest idea. Great minds think alike, I guess. I was thinking that too. Sorry, I haven't been talking for a while. Are there any Transformers fights I want to see? Well, actually, there's a few. I mean, obviously they're going to do Galactus versus Unicron. We know that now. I mean, normally I would want to see something with Optimus Prime because he's my favorite character ever. And I want to see Megatron because he's freaking great. I've always had the idea of Megatron versus Frieza in my mind. As for Optimus, I don't know, because they talked about him on the most recent DB cast, and I wasn't really thrilled with how they were treating him. So, if I have to pick an idea for Optimus, I would probably say Burning Gundam. But at the same time, I also don't want to see it. I will accept anything for Optimus as long as he wins. I don't care if the matchup is bad. I don't care what they do with Optimus. If he wins, don't give a crap. It's just one of those. I haven't seen the Wolverine, so this is new to me. Alright, bye UTF. It's definitely gonna be Orokusaki and what's his name? Kanuichi, or whatever his name is. Yeah, it's gonna be that. Actually, I have an idea. This doesn't fit at all, but I think, oh, actually no, I think it could fit. It's way shorter. I have a music piece I think could work. The problem with these streams that I do is that I barely talk during them. So because of that, and because I kind of want to, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna end the stream here. It's not up on YouTube yet, but all the clips have been set. I just need to throw in the music and do a quick few little ins and outs, and it will be up on YouTube. But right now, I am getting kind of hungry. I have not eaten lunch yet, so I'm gonna end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you all this weekend when I react to the DBX between Ken Masters and Blaziken. Alright, this is where the stream's gonna end, so see you guys later.